What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, family? Today, I am back with another video, and I just wanted to share a little story about my day yesterday and how it went, and then give a little advice or just some words of affirmation, if you will. Yesterday, man, I didn't even get a chance to make a video, but yesterday was a pretty hectic day, man. I got up at about 6 o'clock, and normally I try to get to the gym around 6 o'clock, so I have about an hour or so before I get home and then, get ready for school and everything. I had woken up at about 6 o'clock, so I'm already late. I wasn't even gonna go to the gym, gonna be honest. I was gonna just skip it, but I don't know, just something, it's pretty hard for me to skip because I just know that it's not that bad. Like when I get there, I know that for a fact. Whenever I feel like I don't wanna go and I'm gonna skip, I know that if I just end up going, if I just put my clothes on and just get in the car and just go, then it's not gonna be that bad once I get there, and I'll just end up doing the workout and I'll be completely fine. But sometimes I just do not feel like going. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I do not feel like going. That's like a secret of consistency or whatever. Like I go to the gym every day, but I'm gonna say most of the time I do not feel like going. A vast majority of the time I do not feel like going. I feel like, oh shit, here we go. I gotta go in here again. Oh fuck. Like it's mostly like that. It's not like, woohoo, let's go to the gym, everybody, I'm so excited. Like, no, it's rarely that. The only time it's really like that is when I've actually skipped the last couple days. When I've skipped a couple days, then sometimes I'm fired up to get back in the gym. But on the day-to-day grind, it's just like, oh shit, man, I do not feel like going today, bro. I do not feel like doing this. Like it's the next day already, bro. I feel like I was just here. Damn, I was just here. I was just lifting heavy ass weights. Now I gotta be here again. What the fuck? Like, this shit is annoying. Start questioning time and shit. Like, how did the time go by so fast? I was just here, bro. I don't feel like doing this shit every time, bro. But also, I also know that as a man, you have to chase pain. You have to chase uncomfortability, if that's even a word. Chase being uncomfortable, I guess. And you have to just do the hard shit when you don't feel like that. I got that from Hamza, by the way. Shout out Hamza. But you just got to do the hard shit when you don't feel like it, man. And that really resonated with me because it's like, yeah, you're not gonna feel like going to the gym all the time, right? You probably rarely do. Like in the beginning, you are going to probably be motivated a large percentage of the time because your body may not look the way you want it. So you look in the mirror and you be like, oh shit, man, I need to get in the gym. And then you get fired up, you get motivated, you're watching all these motivational speeches, you're watching all these YouTubers and stuff. And you're getting fired up about it, you're ready to go to the gym a lot of the time. But when you get to a point where it's been like a year, that shit, and even several months of doing it, if you've been going to the gym for several months consistently, it's going to become mundane and annoying and just tiring and shit. You're not gonna feel like doing it every day. That's really when the discipline comes in. That's really when you get tested, because you're not being tested when the shit is easy. When you're first starting off, it's great, but it's not really testing because you have some motivation to do it. It's really a test when you don't have any motivation to do it. Like my body already looks fucking good. My body already looks good. I don't feel like going. I want to sleep in. Like I have other shit to do. I want to sleep in. I don't feel like going to the gym. Then I gotta take a shower. Then I gotta get ready and all this shit. Like I just want to sit here and lay down, bro. I don't feel like going to the gym. You just have to do it anyway. Like that's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about all this shit. Like I don't even feel like recording YouTube videos sometimes, but I still gotta fucking do it. It's like homework, gym, working out, like anything that you don't feel like doing. A lot of times you have to do it anyway. You don't feel like doing it because it's probably hard in some way, and the fact that it's hard means that you should do it. You feel me? Because that's how you grow, by doing hard shit. But anyway, I ended up going to the gym at like 6:40 because I woke up at like 6 a.m. But then I went back to sleep. I got back up at like 6:13 or something, and I fell back to sleep. And then I got back up at like 6:20. And I'm like, oh shit. So I hurry up and get my clothes on, whatever. And I grab a protein shake and a protein bar. That's my new tip, by the way. I used to go on an empty stomach, and that shit would amplify it even worse. You think you don't feel like going when I have like some shit in my stomach and I have some fuel? I definitely don't feel like going when I'm on an empty stomach, which is what I used to do. I used to just get up and go without nothing. But I started taking a protein shake and a protein bar before I go, and that shit has really helped low key. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even feel like it helps that much, like in the moment, but just not having a void in your stomach, not just being completely empty. Because I've heard from guys like Alpha M that you should work out first thing in the morning without eating anything, and that's largely why I did that. Plus, I just didn't have a breakfast or anything. I didn't feel like making breakfast and shit. But that protein bar and protein shake is the good little middle ground. I don't have to make a breakfast, but I can just grab it and go type shit. I just really like doing that instead because it gives me some fuel, gives me some protein to work with. And so I don't have to go on an empty stomach, like I said. And so I grab those, I get in the car and I go, and I end up getting there around 6:40, which means I already have a lesser workout time than usual. right? I can only be here like what, 30, 40 minutes before going back because I have class and shit, so I have to get ready. And so I'm like, fuck, man, whatever. I was really not gonna go because of that. Because not only because I didn't feel like going, but I was late. And so I really didn't feel like going at all. But I just said, fuck it. I just went anyway, right? I get there and I do my workout, whatever, it's cool. And I go to class. You need a certain amount of credits to graduate, of course, right? And you need a certain level of credits to transfer or whatever. So I'm trying to transfer schools, like I'm in the process of that. And in order to do that, I need to get enough credits. Right now, I'm pretty close to the amount, but the amount of credits I'm taking this semester is not going to give me the sum of credits that I need in order to make the transfer currently. And I need like 1 or 2 more classes this semester in order to do that. But all the classes that I need that I have not taken yet, they have a prerequisite, which is taking the math placement test and actually placing pretty well on it. You have to score into the math 1150, I believe, to get like all the classes that I'm trying to get to. Mind you, that placement test has been something I am a recovering procrastinator. So I don't really procrastinate that much anymore, but I mean, like, it still happens, of course, but I used to really do it a lot. Like everything I would procrastinate. And that was one of the big things I procrastinated for. Like my entire time at the school, I have not taken the placement test, even though I should have. I haven't taken it until now. I took it December 29th or some shit, and I just like used a calculator, AI, or whatever. I just used some shit to take it. I thought that was gonna be the end all be all. I just wanted to take the shit and get it over with so I can take the class. I don't give a fuck about math. I don't give a fuck about trigonometry. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I'm just trying to get to the fucking class so I can get the fuck out of here, right? That's what I'm thinking. And the fact that I even need to take that damn test is annoying the shit out of me. But anyway, so I get there, right? And after class, I go to the counselor because, mind you, I was trying to take the placement test over the break, over that damn Christmas break, because I'm getting sick of this shit. I was like, bro, let me just take this shit and get it over with, right? Only thing I could do during the break was take the online practice test, which I took with the AI and shit. But in order to take a proctored test, the one that actually mattered and actually counted, I have to go in to the school and take it on campus, whatever. So I'm like, fuck, man, damn it. So I can't cheat. Fuck, damn it. But so anyway, my point of saying that is that during the break when I was trying to take the shit, I couldn't do it because we were on break. No one was working. None of the counselors and shit were on campus. None of the teachers were there, right? And so because it was break. And so I had to wait until the break was over in the first place, which was already annoying because it's prolonging some shit. I'm trying to get this shit done. I'm trying to get this shit over with. The end of the break comes, I go to class, and this is my first time being on campus since the break. And I have a counselor there, but you have to schedule an appointment, and the next available appointment was like next week or some shit when all the classes are gonna start. And so I'm like, bro, I still need to register for a class in order to get my credits. And the classes are gonna fucking start next week. So I can't register after they start, which I think is stupid, right? Like, if the class hasn't even been in session for like 2 weeks, I feel like you should still allow people to join. Cause like, what the fuck? Like, you haven't missed anything. All you missed is the fucking syllabus reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, big deal. You missed the teacher reading the fucking syllabus to you. And so anyway, I had to go to the counseling department because the next available appointment was backed up so far. I just said, fuck it, I'm going to the counseling department. I'm talking to that bitch. Whoever the fuck is back there, I'm talking to her. All right, I need to figure some shit out. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for a counselor. I go to the desk and I just stand there. There's 2 ladies and they're both on the phone. I just stand there until they're done. And I basically ask her, like, okay, what's going on with my practice test? Why hasn't it counted? I give her my ID, whatever. She looks me up. And she's like, oh, it's because the test that you took was actually a practice test and it wasn't the real test. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I figured I did something wrong. I didn't come up there with like a bad attitude, like mean. What the fuck is going on, bitch? Why is my shit not working? I didn't go like that because I figured I did something wrong. So I'm like, I'm probably the one that fucked up in this situation. And so I was right. I was the one that fucked up. And so I had to take the shit in real life. I had to take it. And they were holding one at 2 o'clock. It was currently 12:45 or something when I asked her that. And so I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go home, get some breakfast or whatever. I'm gonna study a little bit and then I'll come in here and take the test. I go down to the room, I sign up or whatever, I go home, I come back. And first of all, the first inkling that I had that I was cooked. When I was at home and I'm on the computer and I'm looking at the practice test and I'm looking at some other resources that they have in order for you to study for this placement test. And I'm looking at the shit, I'm like, yo, I don't know what any of this is. Like, I have no clue. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, that's how bad it was. I'm looking at this shit and it's like a foreign language thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Side note, but I was actually always pretty good at math. I actually got bumped up to 6th grade math when I was in 5th grade. And then Ever since then, I had been in advanced math class. So in 6th grade, I was in 7th grade math. In 7th grade, I was in 8th grade math, and then so on and so forth. Even throughout high school, I was in the above level math classes. And so I was always pretty good at math, and I knew this shit. Like I remember doing this shit in high school, sine, cosine, and they were talking about the damn quadratic equations and shit, and like the trigonometry. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And it really pissed me off because I'm like, this shit is about to impede my progress because now I'm not going to get a good score, and now I'm not going to place into the shit that I need to, and therefore I'm not going to be able to take the class that I need to, therefore I'm not going to get the credits that I need to, and therefore, like, it's a bunch of shit. Like, this is like kind of a problem. And I'm like, this shit is annoying because no one uses this shit. Who the fuck is talking about sine and cosine in real life? Never. You never will see that. You will never do the motherfucking quadratic equation in real life, ever. You will never need that. You will never need any of this dumb shit that they put on there. You will never need the Pythagorean theorem. You will never need a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Who gives a fuck about the angles of a triangle, nigga? Nobody gives a fuck about that at all. And it's just annoying as fuck that I gotta do that shit, and it's actually like impeding me. And I'm like, fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it. I go up there, I take it. And long story short, I just did what I could. Anything that I didn't know what the fuck to do, I'm not gonna sit here and try to think about it. I'm just gonna fucking skip it, or just put some random shit. And I answered to the best of my ability, and I got like a 27, bro, out of like 100 or whatever. I think it's 100 or something like that. 90 something maybe. But I got 27, man. And it was like 1 notch or 2 below the thing that I needed in order to get the class that I need. And so I'm like, damn, bro. It was a little bit humbling in a way. I haven't done any math in years. You know, I haven't been tested on my math skills in a long time. Not anything of that magnitude anyway. Any math that I've done in between then is like basic shit that I know, like multiplication and division and whatever. But like actually like formulas and shit that you have to have memorized, I haven't been tested on that in years, man. Like, damn, I used to know this at one point. And so it was kind of like, I took a step back, you know? I used to be good at this shit. I used to be good at math, and now I can't even place into the class that I need. I'm not even trying to take a math class. I'm trying to take a chemistry class. But I need this prerequisite in order to get into the chemistry class, which is also stupid, but whatever. The reason I wanted to tell that story is because, one, I wanted to be honest. And I want to be honest and just like, yo, I didn't get the score that I wanted. And I'm not even gonna lie, right now, I don't even know my next course of action. I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. I'm still contemplating and weighing my options here. Because another factor is that the deadline for class registration for classes that have started, like the classes that started this week, this is the first week of the semester, and the classes that have started, you can still sign up for them before January 10th. And today is what, the 8th? So I have 2 days, and I took it yesterday, so it was the 7th. So I had 3 days, and in order to place into the 1150 math class, I needed about a 30 or 35 or something like that to get into the class. And so I'm technically not that far off. I got 27, but it depends on which one it is, right? If it's 35, then yeah, that's pretty steep. But 30, I could probably get there. I don't know about it in a day, but it's like, I probably could, right? If I studied and shit, if I sat here and studied the rest of this day and the rest of tomorrow, then maybe I could. But I don't even know what I would study or where I would go with that. And also the classes that I would even try to sign up for, I don't think that there's any seats left, and there's like a bunch of other, there's so many factors. Anyway, my point is that I don't even know my next course of action right now. Honestly, I don't even know where I'm gonna go from here. I don't know if I'm gonna study the rest of today and try to place into the right test, or if I'm just gonna say fuck it and just find a different class that doesn't require that, or just take the thing next semester. I don't know the answer. But I just wanted to come on here with this message that it's okay to not know the answer. It's okay to not know what to do, right? That's something that I used to let it hinder me, and I used to let it stop me, is not knowing what to do next. I don't know the next course of action, and therefore I don't do anything. That's something I used to do a lot. There would be so many things that I want to do, or so many things to do. I don't know which one to do, so I just end up doing none of it. So I just sit there and waste time thinking about it, or just get distracted doing something else. And so I just want to say that it is okay to not know exactly what to do. As long as you keep your faith and you keep going and you keep your confidence, you keep striving, keep working, it's gonna be all right. Like, nothing's gonna happen, right? Like, it's an annoying but fixable situation. Like, it's not the end of the world, right? I'm not gonna go crash out. I'm not gonna go cry about it. I put the situation on myself. I procrastinated. I should have took this motherfucking test. I should have took this test a long time ago. Now I wouldn't be in this situation, but I didn't. And so here I am. And I gotta deal with it, you know? I just gotta deal with it. So I just wanna say, you gotta take responsibility for your actions and then just move forward. I could sit here and be sad, right? I could. I didn't get a good score, right? Let's just call it a spade a spade. I didn't get a good score. And so I could be sad about that. I could lose confidence. I could be like, oh, I'm stupid now, I guess. I thought I was smart, I'm stupid. I could sit here and do that, but I can also sit there and say, fuck that test. And I can say, fuck that. I'm doing what I want. And, you know, I can take the test again if I wanted to, or I can just make some shit shake either way. Whatever you do, it's going to work out at some point, right? You're going to have to make it work, right? Because life goes on. So you're going to figure out some way to get through it and get past it. So nothing is really that bad. All you need to do is just keep working, just keep going. As long as you know that you made a decision that you were comfortable with, and you know that you weighed your options and you made the best decision that you felt was the best at the time. Like, I was talking to my dad because he got married and he was like 23 or 23, 22. And I'm like, yo, what the hell made you get married that young? The way that his circumstances in his life were set up, he was like, this is a good decision. I'm gonna marry her at some point. Might as well do it now. He didn't have all the answers, but he just fucking did it and then figured it out from there. You know, it doesn't have to be some crazy thing. As long as you trust your own decision-making skills and you trust your process, shout out Embiid, as long as you trust your process, you can live without regret, or at least minimal regret. Hindsight is always 20/20, but you can look back and be like, yo, I made the best decision that I could with the knowledge that I had at the time. I didn't have the knowledge that I have now when I made that decision. Had I had this knowledge, perhaps I would have made a different decision. But since I didn't, I made the best decision I thought possible at the time. And you can't even get mad at that. And that's what I did, man. I took the test, and I'm not gonna get sad about it. I fucked up, but it is what it is. Life goes on. And I'll probably take it again at some point. I'll be fine either way. Even if I don't, even if I fucking flunk or something, like, I'll still be alive. I'll still be okay. You know, I'll still have the grace of God. I'll still have family. So I'll be all right either way. And that's really the message I want to preach, is that you'll be okay, right? Everything isn't life or death. Every little thing, every little setback isn't the worst thing in the world. You just have to keep that faith, and you just have to keep that positive mindset, right? Like, if I tell myself, it's not that bad, then it really isn't that bad. It's only bad if you make it bad. So I just wanted to come on here and just share that real quick, yo, because somebody can learn something from that. And I just want to be honest, like, I don't even know where I'm going to go from here, but, you know, I'm inviting you guys to the journey, and I want you guys to comment down below. Have you ever failed a test? Have you ever done bad on a test or anything? Because it is not a good feeling. I'm saying all this shit, but it's not a good feeling. It doesn't feel good, right? It doesn't feel good to not do good on a test. So how did that make you feel, and what did you do after? If anyone's in my situation particularly, if anyone has faced a similar situation to this, like they're trying to get into a class but they didn't place into it, and so they don't know what to do, like, please give me some fucking advice, because I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. So give me some advice. I need some advice. Please. Please help me. Help me. Leave a comment down below. I respond to every comment. I read every comment. I'm gonna see you on the next video. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.